So with this video I'm going to show you how to make your lines more interesting. So you can create lines in multiple ways with Illustrator. You can use the line tool here on the left in the toolbar, and I'm holding my shift key down to make sure that line is horizontal and vertical, or even on a 45-degree angle. But if you don't hold hold any keys down while you're drawing, you can create straight lines in any direction. And you can also use this paintbrush tool to create lines, and that's fairly easy. And there's the pencil tool as well, which is similar to the paintbrush tool. And then there's the this blob brush tool, which is similar to a paintbrush from Photoshop. And I think that's all the ways we can create lines in Illustrator. So there are a number of ways, but you don't have to just use them straight out of the box. You can create interesting varieties on your lines using the stroke panel tool and the width tool here. So we'll take a look at those. I'm just going to delete all of these lines and draw one in with my pencil tool, which is my favorite tool. Okay, so here I have a fairly ordinary curvy line, and in my stroke panel, of course, I can adjust the thickness of the line very easily just by upping the point size there, and I can change the way the end of the line looks. Now it's got a rounded end, and by clicking on the cap here it's got a square end, and here it's got a square end that goes beyond the last anchor point there. If I had corners, these buttons here would affect the shape of the corners. Of course, I can make a dashed line just by typing in different numbers here. If I want a 12-point dash, and I can make a 12-point gap as well, or I can make a gap as wide as I like. There's a 66-point gap, and so on. So you can be really creative with the dashed line, and you can make the dashed line fit evenly to the line that you've created, or just fit in a more random way. Of course, you can add arrowheads to your lines by using these tools here. Sometimes you need to scale the arrowheads to make them look appropriate for your line. And you can switch the ends here, and you can lock down the proportion of the arrows there. You can align them with the end of the line or before the end of the line. Okay, I'll just take that away. But this is the most interesting part, I think. You can change the profile of the line. So you can make your lines varying widths just really quickly by changing the profile here. So we've got some interesting variations in width just with these presets, generally going from thick to thin, or thin to thick throughout the design. You can see some variations on where the thickness is placed within the line. Here it's all above the path, and so on. But one of the even more interesting things you can do, and I'll just take this profile all the way back to where it was before. There we go. One of the other interesting things you can do is use the width tool. And with the width tool, you get control over how wide you want certain parts of the line to be. So just select this one here, the width tool, and click on your shape. And you can see here that as you click on it, you can make the width of the line as wide as you like. So you can change the width of the whole line like that, just leaving the end points as they are. So it's just, or you can click on the anchor points and edit just the anchor point. So you can do it here with the dialog box that comes up when you click on the artboard, or you can just do it manually. And you can have a lot of fun and create some really interesting shapes just playing around with the width tool there. Okay, so that's all I have to say about the width tool and working with lines. I hope that was helpful.